And we're just going to sew lines. So what this allows me to do is I can see if they know how to put the presser foot up and down. Do they have an idea? Can they pick up how to change the stitch lengths? And also, can they sew in a straight line? Do they understand that once you've sewn one line, you can use that line to create other parallel lines?
Okay.
The children are able to do quite complex projects quite quickly. What they're not able to do is cut out and prepare everything well. Okay, so you've got them and you've got their energy. And remember, normally it's the end of their school day that you've got them. And so for the little ones, you will cut out for them and you will prepare everything and they'll have little packs. Right? But as they get older, as they get into senior school, they have to start doing some of that prep themselves and they have to realise that that's part of the sewing process.
Yes, yeah.
Again, with this, because we're just practising, and we're testing, there's no need for you to work on a seam allowance, but I would always get the children to use the edge of their foot as their seam allowance, which is about 3/8 of an inch. I actually think the big benefit is doing it within a group. I think if I was doing lots of one-to-one lessons, maybe they wouldn't be quite so successful. So the magic is not necessarily my lessons, it's the magic of bringing together those children who all want to sew. Yeah. They all want to, they're interested in, to begin with, in a small group and a younger group, you would have everybody doing the same thing because that's, from a safety point of view, it's much easier to keep an eye on. But very quickly they'll all start doing different projects and they're all very invested in each other's projects and what's happening, what stage they're at. So I use a lot of clips rather than pins. The children like the clips. On a day when they are not very focused, they'll all be making themselves crowns with clips.
But they're less fiddly than pins, aren't they?
Yeah,
and then you always end up pricking yourself. But yeah, they're great. They're really fun as well.
Yeah, they're much easier to use for the other
especially
hands.
for the children with dexterity.
Yeah. So what is the perfect age for a child to start learning how to sew?
Well, for me, as a teacher, I tend to take them when they're 9.
Yeah.
So sort of year 4, year 5, because they've got enough focus that they can do something, and I'm not so worried about them using the machines. Because as well as the machines, as soon as they arrive, they have to know how to use an iron. You know? They get to know very quickly how to use a rotary cutter, so they might only be 9 or 10, but I'm teaching them these skills because they can do it.